Hey everybody, welcome back to the Small Urban Greens Homestead. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about something very important, and that is your soil. So over time, soil can lose its nutrients, it can get compact, and it can actually start stinking. So we are going to just talk about what kind of soil you have to use, because you can't just use any kind of soil. If you just put just topsoil, your plants won't benefit from it because it needs nutrients. So we're going to go through today's video and we're going to talk about the difference between topsoil and compost. So as you can see, these raised beds as well as these ones, and actually most of them, has started losing some of the soil. And that's because the soil gets washed away slowly. And what happens is that all the organic matter that is at the bottom, that be your branches, your grass, your cardboard boxes, and anything that you had put in the bottom of your raised beds, has slowly over the years broken down, which means that the soil level will obviously start dropping as well. So what we have to do is refresh the soil and just top it up. But you can't just top your raised beds up with any soil. So what soil should you use to fill up your raised beds? Well, topsoil is great, but it hasn't got all the nutrients your plants need to thrive. I would say topsoil is good for retaining the moisture and actually holding the roots together. Whereas compost is filled with life, it's filled with organic matter that your plants can actually thrive on. It's also got really good drainage. And all in all, compost mixed with topsoil is a great combination. I normally mix my beds with either 60% compost and the balance with topsoil, or else I do 50-50. So what made us actually start doing composting is we had a huge tree in the front of the garden which was attracting rats and pigeons. We couldn't get rid of them, so we decided to chop that tree down, and instead of them taking the tree away, we decided to actually cut it in pieces and use it as mulch, which was perfect for mulch because it came in different formats. There was wood, there was mulch pieces, there was the bark of the tree, there was the leaves. So we used every single piece of the tree to use as either mulch or compost. And because there was just so much, we needed bays. And that's why we also have the bays today, just so that we could fill it up and let that tree break down nicely. And at the end of the season, when we actually dug up the soil to use for the raised beds, that was the very first time. It was the most richest, is that even a word? It was so rich and dark and full of life. And my plants actually thrived in it. They loved it. And then the mulch was amazing just to put around the trees, which today I still got some of the mulch in the pots. But using your trees that you cut down in your raised beds is something that you can also do. So let's get into today's video. Okay, here at the back we've got 3 compost bays, and the last time we used all the compost was in November, when we took it all out to use to fill up the raised beds to get them ready for summer. We are starting to lose all the leaves off the trees, which means that we are going to be taking all these leaves and dumping them into the compost bins. And from now, which is April, until say November, these 3 bays will start breaking down all the organic matter that we put inside here and make this most beautiful, rich, organic compost. So what we put in these bins are our food scraps, like our banana peels and apples, anything that's organic. And we put our bunny manure in here, as well as the chicken manure. We put their straw in here. We put grass cuttings, leaves, broken branches, anything that's organic that can break down over the month. And at the end of November, and obviously turning it, we will get beautiful, rich compost. It's a beautiful cycle. Everything from the kitchen and the garden goes straight back into the soil to feed the plants for the next season. So what you need to do is that you get a layer of your greens, which is your grass clippings and your food waste, and then your browns, which is your cardboard and your leaves, and that will avoid the smell. And over time, it will break down and give you beautiful compost, which you can now go and use back into your garden, your raised beds, and your pots. So we've created these compost bins in order for us to be able to take these wooden panels out, in order for us to get all the compost out to turn it. And it just basically slides out like that and then goes back in. And they all do that. And you'll be able to see that all of that is starting to break down. This has been in the raised beds for only a week, the top layer. And then probably tomorrow we'll just bring some of the soil up, bring this down, because I want to see what's right at the bottom. There should be some beautiful compost that we can actually just fill up some of our raised beds. And unfortunately, I have not followed the method because of all the organic waste that we have here. How a 3-bin compost works is that they are empty, and your first bay will have all your kitchen scraps in it. After about 2 to 4 weeks, you would move this into the second bay, where it will start now breaking down to a part where you can put it into your third bay, and that's where all your compost should start being. So all your waste materials there, and then from this bay, 2 to 4 weeks, I would suggest bin 2, where it starts breaking down, and then from there into your third bay. So we have just gone and turned the 3 compost bays, and if you come over here, you just take a look at all of this. Look how beautiful this is. So this will just break down even more, and we should be able to sieve this out and use what is available, but this will all go through winter for us to use in spring. So by using my compost and actually filling up my raised beds and my fruit tree pots, you can see all of this comes from my compost bins from the back. So even if you have a small garden with some pots around, it's very, very important just to refresh your soil in order for them to get the nutrients they need, because they do eventually get washed out by you watering them and even from the rain. So it doesn't matter if you grow in raised beds, in pots, small homestead or a big homestead like me, or even on a balcony. Your garden is only as healthy as the soil you grow in. So we went and we spoke about having a small homestead, a small garden, and having these amazing compost bins. But what if you don't have the space like I do, and you actually have a small patio or no garden at all? So that's perfect. The other method you can use in your small patio or small garden in the corner is have something like this. So over here I have my compost bin, and it's a red regular compost bin, and I had red regulars in this box. I don't have it anymore. I put them in my raised beds, but I'm using it just to put my kitchen scraps in so it can break down. And you can see that this is from 2 weeks ago. It's still breaking down, and I've got some more kitchen scraps that I can add to it. Eventually it will actually break down into this beautiful rich organic matter, and the compost is so full of life. So what happens is that obviously it will start having some of this beautiful liquid, especially if it has regular worms in it. I've got a tap down here, and you can see I've got 4 bottles filled with this beautiful black tea, and it will just carry on filling this up. It's nearly filled. You can see it's up to here. I need to get another bottle. And what you can use this for is fertilizing your garden. So this is pure fertilizer now, and we call it worm tea. And I will just add some to another 2-liter bottle, but I'll put that much in, and then I'll fill it up with water, and you'll be able to just water all your other plants with this, and it'll just feed it all that beautiful nutrition that it needs. I started this compost bin before I started this compost bin, and that really helped while I was starting my journey of homesteading. Now that I've been in the homesteading for nearly 5 years, I've had these for I think nearly 2 years, and this has really helped to fill up my raised beds. And what you can see right now is our chickens are turning it, so they will obviously poop in it, and their manure is so beautiful and rich. It's literally homesteaders gold, and it will all go into this compost bin breakdown. And you can see they're busy doing the job for me. They're busy turning it and kicking it, and that's exactly what I want to happen. So what if you don't have a garden or a patio or a balcony? Now you can put any of these items in. Well, that's great, because in your kitchen you can actually have something called a little compost bin, and let's go through that. And so over here we've got a little compost bin that you can go and pick up at Leroy Merlin or Boulders, or even a normal Tupperware place. And this one, you can see, has a little lip here. It can go on a door. We've tried that. It's just been in the way. So we just put it on the counter in the corner. We do have a few stuff that's been collecting over the week. And this can go into that bay now. And people will say, but won't it stink after a while? Well, not if you add some broken cardboard, like shredded cardboard, in here, as well as putting something called bokashi. Bokashi is something that we won't go into now, but it helps break down everything, and then also it helps control the smell of your bins, so your bins won't smell. But what I'm going to do is I need to put this in my compost bin. This will break down nicely, and within, I would say, 3 weeks time, this would have broken down completely, making that beautiful rich compost. So how do you know when your compost in this bay is ready? Well, you can actually use this whenever you want to, because at the bottom it should have rich compost. So let me show you how beautifully rich and dark this compost is. So this I'll just spread out, but I'm just going to move this and this. How beautiful is that? That is beautiful, rich, organic compost I made. And this was once upon a time food scraps that has broken down and made beautiful compost. All of that. So all of this will break down and make beautiful compost for me. So comment below and tell me, how do you guys utilize your compost bins, and do you add anything extra to give your plants the extra boost it needs to start growing for the season? If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe, because here at the homestead we are here to learn together as we grow together. And if you've not seen the video on why to start raised beds, go take a look at the video. It actually is fantastic, and it tells you why you should actually get going with raised beds in a small space. So until next time, we will see you.